Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you a brand new game on the HollywoodShono channel, and this game is called WWE Tap Mania. Now, the whole purpose of WWE Tap Mania is just kind of tap the screen as much as you can and defeat harder opponents, which, as you can see, their level of health is basically lettered after you get past, like, the initial, like, million and billion and stuff. So it'll be like 5 million AA, 350 AA. And basically that's the way the DPS goes. Like, for example, the Macho Man, which I actually got out of a free chest, believe it or not, is a 3-star showboat. You also have abilities called perk levels, which you can get over time through free packs or perk point. You can build up over time. You can also get them out of the free packs. I believe I got 500 out of one. And the gold is kind of like premium currency. You can get gold for completing objectives. You can also get gold out of the free chest that you can get. So these objectives here, you can buy 4 skills to get 5 fragments for Kevin Owens. Once we beat Bret Hart at stage 450, we'll get 25 fragments for Bret Hart, which will either be out of 50 or out of 100. Now, there are various achievements in the game that do reward you gold towards premium chests, and is it worth actually spending the gold right away? Well, I did get a 3-star Matt Hardy out of it directly, so it is a potential thing. Now, briefcases you're going to get over time. Main event is basically like the stage level, how we're at 448 right now. But once we hit 1,000, we'll get the 4-star thing. And prestiging, you also get gold for that as well. So the VV power is basically, you know, if you play the game enough, you're eventually going to get there. Not a big deal. Same thing with earning cash and tapping 500,000 times. There's an objective for that. So pretty cool stuff there. So you go to the superstar. And the one character in the middle is you. That's the one you cannot change. You can change the appearance a little bit. So you can turn into Naomi, a lookalike. You can turn into a guy kind of like Ricky Steamboat. You can have a Bailey wannabe. Oh my god. It'd be cool if they add more in the future. Obviously, you can't really see them from behind, so it doesn't really matter that much. They'll show the portrait. Now, event points basically unlock items that provide permanent boosts, kind of like another source of currency. And you can change the signature move to whatever you want. Oh my God. I obviously picked the RKO because if you know me from the WWE games, that's basically how I roll. But basically, this one here is you customize your look and you get the permanent boost for everything. So say, for example, you prestige 8 times. You get 40% all damage. That's a huge jump in damage. And if you prestige 5 times, you get 30% all damage. And if you win 1,000 main events, you get 70% hit points. If you win 20 event points, you get extra damage, player health, and all damage at 100 event points. Every one of those adds up, and they're all different categories. Once you unlock something, you always get the bonuses, and you can kind of change it out. So you can have a rainbow cape, you can have like a little scarf, you can have a Black Adam lightning bolt. But we want to hide the legs. You got a stone cold chest beat. The FX is kind of like the animation when you punch. Like if you select that, you get orange. I like the red since I don't have green. You can even have a broken heart like Shawn Michaels. So pretty cool stuff. So there is a little mechanic here where you can watch videos to do a bunch of stuff. For example, little random briefcase will pop up right where the 15.5 mm is bugged. And yeah, if you're using some like tapping automatic thing, which I don't even know if that's a thing, but you can probably just set it right there and get briefcases all day long. Now, when you actually tap on an ability, you'll see the cost for MM. And basically, when it comes to promoting characters up to the next tier level, once you get past like 300-400, and it's going to be kind of a hard bottleneck. Like, let's try this main event here just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So, the opponent has 40.73 MM health, and you can see that even with us rapidly tapping the screen, we're going to come nowhere near that. But if we get rank 700, we'll probably get a boost for like 3 to 8 times the damage. And then actually winning this fight is not a problem because we're going to do, like, even if we had double damage, this fight would not be a problem. But that's basically how that fight goes. But luckily, okay, here's an idea that you can do an ad. And generally ads run between 15 and 30 seconds and you get free cash. This free cash obviously is a godsend because you're going to gain this money a lot quicker than actually just mindlessly tapping the screen and playing the game. You're going to get a lot more money that way. And it's not really a big deal. It does help support the developers by watching ads. And the Jurytron, where you see the 3x right here, you can watch more ads to increase the amount of cash you get. I highly recommend this if you're playing the game. And you can also pay $4.99 to upgrade the Jurytron boost by 1x. I have actually not spent any money within this game. I haven't felt the point really need to. Apparently you can't actually see what's in them. You can actually check in these. Like in the full cards, you can see Becky Lynch, Nakamura, Macho Man, Charlotte, The Miz, and these are all full-blown cards. With a chance to get a 4-star, you're guaranteed a 2-star. Again, I don't think the offer is worth it. Like, if it was the difference between a 4-star and a 6-star, I would say definitely take it, because you're actually going to get an advantage. I played the game for free, and there's also an event that you can pick up if you don't have it, where if you refer 3 people to the game, which is super easy if you're on Twitter, to just install the game, and you get a free 3-star Matt Hardy. So there's no reason to do that. So if you look in the Showboat Shard Pack, you can get full-blown characters. You can also get 25 fragments towards somebody. The biggest prize, obviously, if you get a 3-star Nakamura. Again, I did get a Jeff Hardy by doing this. Or Matt, yeah, Jeff Hardy. But yeah, you can get a full-blown 3-star. And the epic ones are basically different ones as well. You get Samoa Joe, Naomi, so you get Daniel Bryan, it looks really weird, Natalia, Jinder Mahal. Yeah, all these characters can be upgraded to 6-stars, so you can definitely go with that. So signature refresh, I'm not really sure what that is, how you can buy that boost. Time warp, I'm not even sure what that is, if it's just more cash or whatnot. Perk points might be something that's good to spend gold on if it's worth it, if you get more later on. And obviously, again, I don't recommend spending gold in this game, because if you play the game enough, you're just going to get there eventually. Now, one thing to notice here too is you can see that Macho Man is a 3-star character and Mojo Rawley is a 1-star character. The one thing that you'll notice here, and this is a big deal again when you're upgrading specials, you can see that all the characters are level 680, except my main guy is 699, which I'm working towards 700 so I can get Bret Hart in stage 450. Every like 50 to 100 stages, once you get past 250, you're going to be fighting special like boss characters that give fragments. I'm not sure if it's a one-time thing, which is why I haven't prestiged yet, but when it comes to actually playing the game, you definitely want to take note. Like, if you're going to be upgrading to the next damage tier, you definitely want to have a 1-star fighter in there versus a 3-star and beyond fighter. Absolutely. As you can see, to upgrade Mojo Rawley to a 681, it's going to cost you like 1/3 the amount. So you can actually upgrade Mojo Rawley twice, possibly even 3 times, in the amount that it would take to upgrade Macho Man once. And this is also true if you're running, let's say, Jeff Hardy. And we actually can't swap because of the ads, which is really weird.
Get out of the way.
Because Jeff Hardy's 675. Like, all these guys are 675 except Kane. So let's throw Kane in, since we can free swap him. And let's throw in Big Cass. So you can see that even the 2-stars cost a little bit more to upgrade. And obviously, if they're better 2-stars, they're going to cost more to upgrade. Like, Kane costs almost as much as a 3-star fighter. So again, you want to follow the route. When it comes to actually upgrading to the next tier, you definitely want to have a cheap person in it. That's the best advice I give. And as far as prestiging goes, the amount that you actually get for extra damage, as you see right here, 2,000 damage. But basically, fighting stage 449 would be a joke with the current guys I have, and you'd probably get put, you know, it'd be a lot easier to progress through the campaign. However, the longer you actually wait, the more damage you're going to get at a lower prestige level, which probably doesn't matter. You probably want to go as high as you can and prestige as much as you can, but the first time around, I'm not doing that, so I can see, like, if you keep getting more fragments towards other characters once you prestige, and you also get a bunch of perk points for actually prestiging. So 1,741 for 448 levels is really good. It's a great idea to prestige and get those perk points, because when you upgrade, let's say Kane, all brawlers get more damage. So even my main character will get 500% brawler damage, and you want to pay attention to a lot of these, like extra briefcase briefcase cash is really good for a 3-star Kane. However, Sheamus at 2 stars also has that as well. So Sheamus, for example, gets 200% briefcase cash, and he also gets extra damage because he has a passive ability. So, for example, Macho Man like that would also have extra damage. Showboat attack speed affects every showboat. So if you're using all showboats, and then signature effect, I believe, is more damage on signatures. And if you have certain characters, you also get extra affinities. So Undertaker with Macho Man would be really good because Macho Man would get 225% more damage. And for example, Matt Hardy has synergy with Jeff Hardy, obviously, but he also has synergy with Cesaro, giving more signature damage as well. And Matt Hardy also gets attack speed. As you know, attack speed is also more damage. So Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy obviously synergize really well together. And with a level 50 cap, you definitely want to be focusing on damage abilities. And crit damage is not bad either. So let's take a look at Jeff Hardy. And his synergies is Matt Hardy gives Jeff Hardy more damage, so using both of them. But then if you use Sheamus, Jeff Hardy gets more signature damage as well. And if you're then running Triple H, then Jeff Hardy gets attack speed. And you can see the extra perks. Jeff Hardy gets damage. High flyers all get crit damage. And high flyer signature duration. So if you're using cards like Kofi Kingston that have signature synergy, and then you can even get extra damage from using Kofi Kingston, sometimes it's better to use a 2-star versus a 3-star just to buff up, say, Jeff Hardy's damage in that regard. So you really want to pay attention to synergies. Now, obviously, there's synergy with Big E and Xavier Woods, who I do not own. So you really have to pay attention to that and build your roster accordingly. And Big E, for example, would have extra crit chance and signature damage. So these are all things that you want to pay attention to. And all of them get abilities that are based on if you have 3 and 4 stars. So you really want to pay attention to all that. And say Curtis Axel has affinities with Bo Dallas, Triple H, and The Miz. So I really don't feel that technicians are really good. But yes, if you can lower cooldowns, that is a big deal.
Total destruction.
And you want to pay attention to all of those. So my general consensus is that when you're playing early on, just worry about like playing the game. But if you can take advantage of a lot of these buffs and try to have like multiples of people on your roster, like for example, Matt Hardy is a brawler class, so Kane would actually give brawler damage. So Matt Hardy and Kane do work well together. And then Jeff Hardy would probably still go with Matt Hardy. And then you'd probably pair with Kofi Kingston. That way you're running 2 for 2. And then that way you're also getting the high flyer damage for Jeff Hardy, and high flyer crit damage, and high flyer signature duration. So, and then if you have all signatures damage for Jeff Hardy at 4 stars, that's even better. So this is kind of a little game I've been playing casually on the side, which is why I haven't been streaming Injustice 2 as much. But I don't know, it's just something I want to try out. And hell, if folks at WWE Tap Mania want to sponsor me to make some videos in the future, I would love to do that, showcase off some packs and whatnot. So if you like this debut video for WWE Tap Mania, which is a little game I've been playing on the side in my Injustice 2 Arena vacation, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other YouTube videos, WWE Tap Mania videos, WWE Champions, WWE Immortals videos, playlists, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And what are some characters that you've picked up in your roster? I'm very excited to have 3-star characters. Let me know what you think and what synergies you're actually running with. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!